Welcome to week 4 of the Tim and Chuck Show, presented by Batt & Stevens Body Shop. I am Tim McDonough, joined by my esteemed colleague Chuck Martinez-Brandon. A very nice welcome from the Sonora cheerleaders. How about
great.
that?
Always nice to feel the love from the student section.
Yeah, that was great. Chuck, we're here out at Frickers. Check out the new burgers they brought us.
I know. You got the bacon and blue, and then you got the loaded brew burger. And we got to get this thing rolling because the protein is making my stomach rumble.
It's calling to us, right. Now, Chuck, we have a few fun things that we want to talk about from last week's game between Sonora and Wauseon. Let's start with the Ram mascot. Ethan gets the mascot in the frame. The mascot's like, I'm not sure if I want to be in the shot, but Ethan just keeps going with it.
Yeah, and you know, if he's following you, you might as well do something. You can't run, you can't hide, so.
Yeah, so he waved.
That's right.
You know, good stuff. And we've got some fun from the Sonora student section. You see the student section, they're having a dance party.
Yep.
And then you see one of the members of the band, she starts spinning right round baby. Right round like a record. Check it out. Great footage here. Check this out.
If you can't have fun on Friday nights, you can't have fun.
It's Football Friday. You got to have fun. Now, Chuck, let's jump into it. Before we get to the victory bell, we've got a couple of games of the week brought to you by Varsity Club Apparel Company. We're going to start with the Henry County matchup. 3-0 Liberty Center going on the road to 3-0 Patrick Henry. Rex's last year. Bill Inselman is back. Two of the best running backs in the area going at it. You've got Donnie Johnson from Patrick Henry. He's got almost 700 yards.
That's phenomenal.
Averaging 11.4 yards per carry. Zach Carpenter, Liberty Center, coming in 7 yards per carry, 6 scores. This is going to be a physical matchup.
Oh, you know, I mean, when you say 11 yards a carry, I mean, that's not easy to do. So, I mean, that tells you that offensive line is really doing their job. But, you know, the Johnson kid is a great running back, so he really makes a lot of things happen. And you could tell last year when he got injured, you know, their machine slowed down a little bit, but, man, they are rolling right now with him.
Yeah, is this the game of the year in the NWAL?
Boy, I think it really is. You know, I saw Liberty on film this week, and I had flashbacks to some of those games from the late 90s. You know, when Liberty defenses really got after you. This crew, not one guy really stuck out, but they have 11 dudes that will fly to the ball and put it on you. So, I mean, it's Patrick Henry offense is really going to have their work cut out for them because these guys will come, and they come with their work pail ready to go.
That's going to be a fun game. Yeah. Now, Chuck, let's get to the victory bell. Our other matchup takes place right here in Defiance County.
That's right.
A game you might be interested in, know a little bit about. Unbeaten Ayrsville 3-0 going to 2-1 Sonora. Second year for the victory bell, Chuck. Yeah. Last year Sonora brought it home. Talk about this year's matchup.
Yeah, you know, I've already got my big game beard going. I haven't shaved in a while, so nice. so we do have that going. But Sonora, it's a typical Sonora team. They've got great guys up front. You know, you got guys like Derek Smith that are leading the way, that is just causing problems for offenses and defenses all the way around. And then you've got running backs for them, the Dockenhouse kid and the Martin kid, who run the ball hard. They are downhill runners, and they are hard to bring down. So they're really making that Sonora offense flow right now.
Well, you're the defensive coordinator at Ayrsville. What's the key?
Yeah, I mean, we have to stop their running attack. If we can stop their running attack, we stand a shot. But again, we have to deal with a big physical offensive line that has some small splits, and they just come fire off the ball and try to knock you back into the stands. So we really have to try to limit that running game.
I'll talk about the Ayrsville offense. Obviously led by Chris's son, Dawson, at quarterback. You've got a running back in Casey Williams who has a lot of yards, and you've got a wide receiver in Jacob Miller who's put up good numbers. Yeah. How do they slow you down? Or how do you exploit what they do?
That's the thing. We have those three guys, and like the Cowboys always called it the triplets, and all these NFL teams, they have these nicknames for them, and we have that. But the other positive that we have is that we have guys like Mikey McGuire, Ethan Schlochter, and RJ Addington, that they get a lot of touches too, and when they get the ball in their hands, they can score. And up front, again, it's going to be the same for us. Our offensive line is really going to have to create holes and slow down their defense, because their defense flies around and they'll hit you too. You watch those guys, physical. If you're not paying attention, they'll put the wood on you.
Well, it's going to be a fun game, and to the victor goes this bell.
Goes the bell.
Yeah. So please look forward to that. Ethan will be at that game. Now, Chuck, let's move on to a few awards that we like to hand out every week. Let's start with the Rose Insurance Collision of the Week. What do they say about that, Chuck?
There's collisions every Friday night, but a collision by any other name would not be the Rose Insurance Collision of the Week.
What do we have, Chuck?
It's coming from that last week's Sonora Wauseon game, and Lucky number 7's here. Just in a little short 7-yard run. We got lots of number 7s doing a lot of action here. But just 7-yard run. Noah Buttermore from Sonora takes the handoff. He gets a great block from his teammate Brady Bone. And then you can see Ian Santos also throws a great block there to open the way for him. And then about that time, Sonora's Matthew Garza lays some wood to one of the Wauseon defenders. But then Wauseon defender number 70, Trent Sauber, comes in and makes a tackle. Lots of stuff going on in just a 7-yard play.
Lots of hits all over the place. That is your Rose Insurance Collision of the Week. Now it's time for your Jacobs Meets Play of the Week, also from that same game. And Chuck, it's not too often you see this. 3 seconds to go before halftime. Sonora kicker Marcus Reeves lines up for a 51-yard field goal. Now check this out in slow motion. I mean, he gets great leg into it. Barely makes it over the crossbar, but it counts. It hits the padding on the side. This kid, 51 yards, he already got 2 kicks from 42 field goals, and 8 of his 13 kickoffs have been touchbacks. I mean, this kid's got a leg.
Yeah, special teams are a third of the game, and this kid, on kickoffs too, I think out of the last 6 or 7 kickoffs, only 1 has not been a touchback. I mean, he is really a weapon for them.
And the sports department is doing a feature on him this week, so make sure to check that out. So Chuck, we put a good show together here. But before we get out of here, I have to ask you this question. Any words of wisdom?
Yeah, you look at all these awesome matchups in week 4. You better check the pulse if you're not fired up.
That's it for week 4. See you next week.